Hello, good morning children. In the previous video, we have learned this natural vegetation and wildlife, a small part. Now, we are going to learn about the next part of this lesson. About the forest and all, you are going to learn. Now, these are types of forest, Mediterranean vegetation. Mediterranean vegetation. Okay, yesterday temperate deciduous forest. Okay, in the types of forest you have learned evergreen forest, tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, and tropical temperate evergreen forest and temperate deciduous forest you have learned. Now Mediterranean vegetation. This is you are going to learn. Okay, let's see. You have learned that most of the east and northeast margins of the continents are covered by temperate evergreen and deciduous trees. So, the west and southwest margins of the continents are different. They have Mediterranean vegetation. Okay. See here, they have given the picture also. This is Mediterranean vegetation. They have Mediterranean vegetation. It is mostly found in the areas around the Mediterranean Sea in Europe, Africa and Asia. Hence the name. So, in the middle of the map, that's why this is called as Mediterranean vegetation. And here also what they have said, around Mediterranean Sea in Europe, Africa and Asia. If you see the map means, children, see this Europe, Africa and Asia. In between, in the middle of these continents, this Mediterranean vegetation we can find. That's why on the name of this mid region, it came Mediterranean vegetation. This kind of vegetation is also found outside the actual Mediterranean region in California in the USA, Southwest Africa. Southwest Africa means, see, this is Africa. In the Southwest Africa means this side, children. Okay, on this side, Southwest Africa, and Southwestern, that means in all the continents, this south side you will, southwest side. Okay, southwest side, that means this left side, in all these continents, left side you will find this Mediterranean vegetation. Okay, next. Southwest Africa, Southwestern South America and Southwest Australia. So, in all the southwest parts of the continents, that means which three continents? Asia, Europe and Africa. In all these continents, this southwest side places, we can find this Mediterranean vegetation. These regions are marked for hot, dry summers. These are marked for hot, dry summers. Hot, dry summers and mild rainy winters. Mild rainy winters. So these are the main features of this Mediterranean vegetation. Hot, dry summers. That means the summers will be very hot and the whole land will be very dry. And at the same time, mild rainy winters. How the winter season will be? Mild rain. In the rainy season also, it gets only very less rain. Little rain only it will get. Citrus fruits such as oranges, figs, olives and grapes. Okay, that means citrus, C vitamin. Okay, oranges, figs, olives and grapes. Okay, all these types of citrus fruits are available in this Mediterranean vegetation. All these commonly cultivated here because people have removed the natural vegetation in order to cultivate what they want to. Actually, earlier natural vegetation was different. But what the peasants, what the farmers they have done, they have removed the natural vegetation and they have kept these gardens, oranges, figs, olives and grapes, because for the commercial purpose, for the business purpose, they have cultivated these types of fruits gardens in the Mediterranean vegetation. There isn't much wildlife there when the people occupied, so there was no chance to wildlife, so not that much wildlife there. Next one, coniferous forest. Next one, coniferous forest. That means all the trees will be like this on the cone shape. Okay. Coniferous forest. In the higher latitudes, on the higher latitudes, that means on the globe, 23 and 50, 70, this is 90. So here 50 to 70 degrees, and in between these two latitudes we can find these coniferous forests. In the higher latitudes of northern hemisphere, the spectacular coniferous are found. So in the northern latitude, upside, this is northern hemisphere. So here also from 50 degrees to 70 degrees latitudes, higher latitudes, we can find these coniferous forests. These are also called as taiga. What was the other name? Taiga. This is the other name for these coniferous forests. These forests are also seen in the higher altitudes. These are the trees which Salima found in the Himalayas in abundance. So in Himalayas, you know, already in so many movies you have seen Himalaya mountain ranges and the trees, the type of trees, these coniferous forests, these type of trees you can find them. They are tall, softwood, evergreen trees. They are tall, softwood, evergreen, always greenish. The woods of these trees are very useful for making pulp, which is used for manufacturing paper and newsprint. So these trees, pulp from this wood, they will make pulp. From this pulp we can prepare paper. Okay, so by cutting these trees they will make pulp, and for this newsprint and paper we can use that pulp. Matchboxes and packing boxes are also made from softwood, from these trees only. Matchboxes, you know, no, matchboxes and packing boxes for groceries and all other these all those packing covers, all those things will be made from these trees pulp only. So what type of hardwood or softwood? Softwood. From softwood trees we can prepare pulp. Chir, pine, cedar are the important variety of trees in these forests. So rosewood, mahogany, ebony, all those hardwood trees. Here, what are the examples for these softwood trees? They are chir, pine and cedar. Chir, pine and cedar are the types of trees which we can find in these coniferous forests or taigas. Silver fox, mink, polar bear are the common animals found here. So here we can find silver fox, mink and polar are the animals which we can find. So this is about forests. No, so the second category in the natural vegetation, what was the second category? That is grasslands. Let's know about this grasslands. Grasslands. Okay, let's see. Tropical grasslands. These occur, first one is tropical grasslands. These occur on either side of the equator and extend till the tropics. So yesterday I have shown you, okay. This is 0 degrees equator So they will extend from where? From these occur on either side of the equators, either side of the equator, and extend till the tropics, up to these tropics. This is Tropic of Cancer and this is Capricorn. So in this place we can find these tropical grasslands. This vegetation grows in the areas of moderate to low amount of rainfall. This also where there is moderate, that means less rainfall in these regions. In which areas this less rainfall is there we can find these tropical grasslands. The grass can grow very tall, about 3 to 4 meters high, 3 to 4 meters high. The grass will grow up to 3 to 4 meters. Savanna grasslands of Africa are of this type. So, for example, in Africa, savanna grasslands are examples. In Africa, savanna grasslands are the examples for these tropical grasslands. Elephants, zebras, giraffes, deer, leopards are common in tropical grasslands. So here we can find all these types of, what are they? Elephants, that means big size, up to 3 to 4 meters grass is available, means those animals only will be that much big and tall animals will be found here. Elephants, zebras and giraffes, deer. That means the animals which graze grass, those types of animals are found here. Next, temperate grasslands. These are found in the mid-latitudinal zones in the interior part of the continent. So in the mid-latitudinal zones, that means up to here and here. This first one tropical grasslands. Now this is temperate grasslands. Like the forest only, children. Temperate grasslands. These are found in the mid-latitudinal zones and the interior part of the continents. Usually, grass here is short and nutritious. Here 3 to 4 meters height they will grow. But here, grass is short. Usually, wild buffaloes, bisons, antelopes are common in the temperate region. So here, antelope, bisons and buffaloes are found here in this temperate region. Next, the third one is thorny bushes. Forests over, grasslands over. Now, thorny bushes, the third type of vegetation, thorny bushes. Thorny bushes. These are found in the dry desert-like regions. Tropical deserts are located in the western margins of the continents. So, western margins. This is east side, west side. So, western margins. That means here and here. Okay. This side, western side, we can find. The vegetation cover is scarce here because of scanty rain and scorching heat. So, as this side is very much heat and scanty rainfall, very less rainfall, here we can find only these thorny bushes. Very scarce. Vegetation is very scarce, very rare. Identify the desert regions in the world map. Can you name the Great Desert of India? Name some of the common animals of the desert which you have learnt earlier. The Great Desert. Which one is the Thar Desert? Okay. And here Sahara Desert. All these two deserts. Name some of the common animals of the desert which you have learned earlier. So, I think in second lesson or third lesson, you have found that animals also. What type of animals will be there in deserts? Lizards, camels, like those. Okay. If you reach the polar region, you will find the place extremely cold. If you go to polar regions, here the temperature is extremely cold. The place is very cold. The growth of natural vegetation is very limited here. So here natural vegetation growth is very limited, very less. Only mosses, lichens and very small shrubs are found here. Here they have given pictures, you see children. This is seal and this one walrus and polar bear also. It grows during the very short summer. Okay, small shrubs are that also in short summer only. Here in this place summer season also very less, short only for maybe 1 month or like that only it will be there. That's why during the time only vegetation will grow. That means trees, small these bushes will grow. This is called tundra type of vegetation. So this type of vegetation is called tundra type of vegetation. This vegetation is found in the polar areas of Europe, Asia and North America. The animals have thick fur and thick skin to protect themselves from the cold climatic conditions. So here to survive in those regions, the animals will be having thick fur. Fur means on the body hair, it will be very thick. Skin also very thick to protect from these cold climatic conditions. Seal, walruses, musk oxen, Arctic owl, polar bear and snow foxes are some of the animals found here. So I have shown the already picture. Next. Salima's father showed her some photographs of thick forests. In some of the photographs, Salima observed that people were cutting trees and clearing the forests. Her father explained that the local people wanted their land for agriculture and settlements, so they clear up the forest. So, in the beginning you have learnt about Salima. As she has gone for Manali trip in Himachal Pradesh, she has seen all those types of trees and all. Here, Salima's father is showing her some types of trees and the vegetation, whatever the vegetation is there, many people were cutting trees. For what purpose? To cultivate land for their agriculture purpose. They are clearing the forest. Salima started wondering, if all forests are cleared, then where will the wildlife go? So Salima was in wondering, getting surprised. If they are clearing the forest, what about this natural vegetation? What about the animals and all? Where they will live? Where the wildlife will go? Will the forest take its original shape again? Again the forest will form. If people go on cutting the trees like this, will there be enough oxygen, water vapor, timber, fruits, nuts available in future? All those forest produce. Is it available if we are clearing forest? Salima has the doubts. Do you have doubts? Yes, of course, definitely. Do you agree with Salima? Hold a discussion with your friends about the depletion of our diversified flora and fauna. Suggest some measures to conserve them. So, if you are also getting these doubts, you have to sit with your friends. You discuss. Not only friends, with the family members also you can sit. If all these laws only. So, what measures you will suggest to improve the forest areas? You have to think and write in a paper. Okay, and post to me. This is the lesson, children. This natural vegetation and wildlife. This is the end of the lesson. I hope you understood the content. Thank you. Have a nice day.